there on the 675. You liking that drive?
Yeah, it's awesome, The step up from the SV, it's a big step, but I'm really enjoying it. Having some power again is, it's really good. So much fun.
And great having Team Rees along here to drag you along and show you what the go is. And there's not much of a difference, You're looking good for that Tri-Series, then the Nationals.
Yeah, absolutely. This year's just a learning year. It's cool having the Reesers here to push me along. And Tony's been great help as well.
Yep.
I'm always over there trying to pump them for information and stuff, and they're more than happy to help me out and whatnot. So it's really cool, To hang on to Damo on that last one was pretty insane. Realised it's not his bike, well, it's his old bike. But to hang on to the back of him was pretty bloody cool, especially for, first time out. So
the highlight for me today would be you out on the 675, and also Blake Ross, who's out there, first race meeting as well on that little 300. And boy, he's going well, isn't he?
Yeah, mate, he is hauling. I watched him in that first race. He just ran away with it. Those skills he's learnt on the Jigsaw, I think we'll see that a lot come next summer, these Jigsaw riders. They've learnt some amazing skills, especially for holding corner speed and riding position and stuff like that. Coming up with these slightly bigger classes, it's going to be really impressive.
It was good to see, the introduction to that 150 class last year, and it blooded in a whole lot of new young kids, and nice to see all the motocross boys transferring over. That's where Blake's come from and learnt all his stuff. But it is good to see him now filter through into the 300 series.
Yeah, absolutely. It was quite interesting watching the styles at the start of the season. You could tell the guys that had come from motocross and all that sort of thing. But I think watching some of the photos I've seen out there, they've been watching a lot of MotoGP because, man, some of them know how to swing off those bikes. They've got the elbow on the ground, the bike's still bloody upright.
You think, 150, this will be a little bit boring, but look at this racing here. Big drive in the last corner there, and looks like Blake scooted up the inside. Right around the outside of him and down into turn one.
Mate, that commitment on a 300, basically a road bike, is just insane. So skills from the 150, just absolutely maximising everything. But what's this, like his second day on the bike? It's just unbelievable how he can pedal that thing. He's going to be a real, be good to see him in the Nationals next year, see what he can do, because I think he's going to be a front runner.
Definitely, and he's out on the Kawasaki, and looks like it's an R3 in behind, so be interesting. We've got Brett Roberts there dynoing that bike, and he's got a good bit of grunt. He's got White Line behind him sponsoring him, and Blake Ross is really living up to his expectations, and he's been nominated too for an award along with Tony Rees as well. Great season there for the Hamilton guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Some other, looking around, some of the higher songs out there as well, doing pretty well. They're struggling a bit now. I was chatting to Alex and Josh before. In the wet, they could stick with the 300s, but now it's dried out a bit. The extra power, it's funny to say that a 300's got power, but compared to those little 250 higher songs, they're starting to put it down and pull away a bit now. So I see Alex, looks like he's up there in third. Pretty impressive for a little 250. So he's hanging on not too bad. Some great racing going on further through the field.
So it's Ross from Putin there in second, Buston in third place, Dyson. Augustine, sorry,
real
from
good battle there
Dyson.
between Augustine and Dyson. I think Josh just went up the inside. Oh, someone's
down in one.
out in the dirt. Oh, it was a guy in second. Second place in the dirt. So that's now given Blake a runaway lead. I don't think he'll be catching him now.
No.
Butts in there in second on the highest sung. It looks like Josh, and not sure who that is in fourth of a highest sung battle.
Maybe some of these kids should look at changing their names. Quite hard to pronounce some of these names. So sorry if I'm struggling with your names. But come up and introduce yourself and even have a bit of a yak on the mic with us. So I'd love to get to meet you guys and see who the new guys coming through in New Zealand road racing is at this Kawasaki Road Race Series.
Yeah, this winter series is really good for seeing the new guys come through. It's where I started 2 years ago. This meeting 2 years ago, where I started, came along on just a Triumph Street Triple road bike. Put some stickers on it and pulled off the lights and whatnot, and had a play in the clubman's class. It was addiction from the first lap. As soon as I got home, the bike was on Trade Me. Got the Suzuki SV650 Pro Twin that I've campaigned the last 2 years, and got into racing. So yeah, this winter series is great. It's a great price. The little track is really good for these little bikes. You're not getting bored going down the back straight. Yeah, it's awesome. So seeing all these new guys around is really good.
So you started off on that, then jumped on the SV. You've done 2 seasons on the SV straight away. First year up with Dennis Charlotte, having good little dust-ups, and that's where you caught the bug, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
But last year, breaking the lap record and ending it with the #1 plate. and then choosing to go into the 675, it's going to be a heck of a lot more money. Have you got any sponsors or anyone that's going to sort of try and help you out this year?
Yeah, it's a big step up going to the 600 class. It's just the tyre bill, man. The tyres you go through is insane. We used to just run one set of meeting on the SV, and even then you'd reuse them 2 or 3 times. So it's a big step up going to 600 for the tyres. We got the sponsors that are sticking with us from last year. Handy Rentals Hamilton was our main sponsor, DK Designer Homes, and then lots of little ones. The Hamilton Motorcycle Club for one, getting them behind us. But yeah, we're basically doubling our budget this year, so it's a big gap to fill. So yeah, we're always on the lookout. So if anyone wants to jump on board, we're hoping to make a bit of a splash in the scene this year, and then it's going to be interesting.
Definitely, it's a great way to get your business. If you're out there with a new business trying to expose yourself, put it on the side of Jordan's bike, and he'll get you some good recognition with some great lap times and some great racing this year.
Yeah, I've had some good photos this year. Not always the best position. I think it was here, the first round of the Suzuki Series. We had a bit of a tumble, but hey, photos were good and they got in the magazines and stuff like that. So any publicity is good publicity.
So we've got a white flag out there for Blake Ross there, and he's dropped down into the 121, which is pretty good lap times for these sorts of conditions, especially first race meeting out there on the 300. And look at the gap, he's got like a 300 odd metre gap. The rest of the pack
run away with it this time, eh? Just absolutely gone. Real good battle there for second. Looks like Alec Butson and Josh Augustine. Josh is just diving up the inside. Oh, that must have been tight. Alex was not giving that one to him at all. I've raced with these guys a lot in Pro Twins the last 2 years. Josh is real quick. He's had a bit of a break this season, but he's coming back and riding these little bikes. These guys know how to race, and they're proving it out there. They don't give an inch of room. Coming around the sweeper, looks like Alex has still got the lead, so probably a bit tight to make a pass coming into this little link section. It's going to be coming off the back straight. We'll see if Josh can make a move, or if Alex is going to hold on. There goes the win to Blake. He's got that one, another one under the belt.
Great ride there, eh?
Absolutely. Here they are into the final 2 turns. Looks like Alex might be going to hold on to it. Is Josh going to have a last minute lunge? Trying that wide line, but just not going to have the power. Another one to Alex, looking around as he crosses the line.
Number 7 there, Ben Dyson. Josh Keeling there. Todd Gibson. Sean Parker stayed upright, that one.
Yeah, good to see him back out there after having a bit of a spill in the last race. It's always hard getting back out there. It's always a blow to the confidence, especially when you're first starting. See him back out there and ticking along, not too bad. It's good.
Get back there. So it's Rao from Reading. John Michael there from Sainsbury, from Smith, Lowe, Ansel, Vanderberg, Gilgren, Mel, and Vanderputten.
Got Blake there parked on the inside. I wonder if he just had an issue or something.
I think he might have just been doing something fancy, like as young kids do after that race win and celebrating. Might have been a burnout that wouldn't do it on a 300.
Trying to sit there on the slippery rumble strip by the looks of it, seeing if he could get it spinning.
So yeah, good luck for this season, Jordan. Thanks for coming up and speaking to us. Great ride, man, and one more race. See what you can do, eh? Not too much off Damo, so.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, looking forward to it. We'll see what you can do. Have another go this last race, and yeah, we'll push on for the next couple of seasons and see if we can pick up that top spot at some stage.
Man. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.